Hey there and welcome back to my channel. So today I have another haul, and this haul is very I think I'm gonna call it something like high-low, because I have very expensive fragrances and then very inexpensive fragrances, and we're just gonna go through all of them together. They're all like not full bottles, but they're like rollerball type or like spray balls, but like about 10 or so mils each. So I can also tell you guys whether I think they're full bottle worthy. I just want to say, if you can hear the rain, I'm sorry. There's a rainstorm. I tried my best to kind of mask the noise as much as possible, but I hope you guys can't hear that. So we're gonna get right into it. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. All that information and more is in the description box below as always. And let's get into it. So I think I am going to start with the expensive, and then we'll go to the inexpensive. The expensive ones I've smelled before, in that I just couldn't help myself. The inexpensive ones are still fresh in the box. So we've got 5 scents. Let's get started, and we're gonna start with a doozy. So the first 2 scents are from Royalty Scents. You guys know I love them. I get scents from them every month or so, and I just love getting to try out super expensive fragrances and have like enough where I don't feel like I have to save it because it's a sample, but it's like a good amount where I can really see whether or not I want the full bottle or whether the sample's just enough and I want to change it up. So I've mentioned before, I have gotten full bottles after buying from Royalty or getting from Royalty Scents, because I'll just like the sample so much that I'll go ahead and I'll go buy a full bottle. So the first one I was super excited by, because Royalty Scents has a whole bunch of Labo fragrances now. I got one the last time from them, Bergamot 22, I believe. And this time I got another 13, and I was intrigued to say the least, but I was nervous and my worst fears came true, and I just need to learn. So basically, I love how each scent also comes with its own atomizer. You don't have to keep changing them up. I hate when that is the case with these kinds of companies, because I'm never gonna go through it. Like, I'm never gonna finish it, and it always has its own atomizers. They have a whole bunch of different colors, and you can see how much you've got left. So another 13 is one of those like Ambrox molecule type fragrances. It has Ambrox and then 12 other ingredients, so hence another 13, and that's really all the information you get from it. And I refuse, after this one I really have to not refuse, but I refuse to be nose blind to Ambrox molecule fragrances, because Not a Perfume broke my heart. I've never gotten Molecule 01 because of my fear of that. I Can Smell You by Glossier, and I love it, but that's another molecule or something. But anything that has Ambrox, I can't smell it. And I feel like this Not a Perfume by Juliette Has a Gun is the same as this. So this is obviously more expensive. And I really wanted to give it a shot. And okay, I can smell it, but I just can't tell. I don't think what I can smell is the full package of what this is supposed to smell like, because it gives me off the same vibe as Juliette Has a Gun, where within the first minute or two, I can smell something vaguely, very, very, very lightly citrus and very, very, very lightly like musk woody. And it's nice, but it's very light, like truly extremely light. A fraction of the lightness of You Glossier, to put it that way. And then within a minute or two, it's gone. Like, it becomes, I mean, it's already like a skin scent when I spray it, but it becomes like it basically almost gone. It'll smell a little bit different than like my skin that isn't sprayed, but it's just so, it's as if like I put a couple drops of lemon woodiness into like a gallon of water and sprayed it. Like, yeah, I get something, but that's not what I think I'm supposed to be smelling, because the people who can smell this say that like lasts 17 hours on the skin. Oh my God, like, yes, people can smell it on you. Maybe you can't smell. No one smelled this on me. No one can smell it on me. I have had other people try it and they can smell it on themselves, but I'll smell it on them and it smells exactly the same. Like this is like Juliet Has a Guns, Not a Perfume all over again. I feel like I'm being duped. I feel like Ambrox is like the Emperor's New Groove, or not Emperor's New Groove, Emperor's New Clothes of molecules, because I just don't get it. So please, I love hearing you guys. I asked you guys last time, but please let me know in the comments below if you can smell it. Am I smelling the correct thing? Is it supposed to be that like basically not there? Or if you can smell it, do you smell something super strong in like 17 hours? What does it smell like? Because it can't just be that drop of lemon, woody, very, very light on the skin. Like that can't be what all the hype is about. So anyways, I'm really glad I just got this, like, what is it, 8 or 10 mil thing, because I will wear this just like I will wear Not a Perfume. Sometimes I like try to layer it because I've heard that's supposed to help, but I would have been really disappointed had I like blind bought another full bottle the way I did with Not a Perfume and then just been stuck with that. So that was like this is a perfect example of why I like to get fragrances from Royalty Scents, because I'm like, okay, it didn't really work, but 8 mils, 10 mil, like that's better than having 100 mil at Labo prices where I'm not even gonna smell it. So that aside, the second one I can smell, which is great, and I was really excited. It's Terrabella by Christian Dior. It's their like exclusive, their more expensive line. Again, it was very intriguing. I'd never gotten the gold atomizer before, so that was fun. And I don't know why, but I always check the juice because sometimes the juice is like fun colors. This isn't that, but sometimes it is, and I like seeing that. So this one, there weren't a lot of notes. It was just cypress, orange blossom, and myrtle. And I have to say, I'll spray it on the side. I have to say, I got so much more citrus from this than I would have got. Like, obviously there's more notes than just those 3, but you do get like an herbaceous, I suppose, like cypress, myrtle scent, but it's also very heavy on like bergamot, lemon, like lime. It's just got a very fresh citrus vibe to it. To the point where I think that overshadows any type of orange blossom. Like I wouldn't think of Terrabella as an orange blossom scent, because I love orange blossom, and if I was in the mood for orange blossom, this isn't the scent I would go for, because it's so much more of like a herbaceous citrus scent than an orange blossom. I'm sure it's in there, but if I were to just like smell this blind and you didn't tell me there was orange blossom, or I had to guess, like I would have never guessed that note. In terms of scent itself, I can smell it, so it's already, you know, a step above of another 13, but it does not smell like a Christian Dior exclusive fragrance, in my opinion. Terrabella also, I mean, the bottle and the name, I feel like could have been such an opportunity to have a lot more of like an ambergris, amber, rich, kind of sweet, earthy scent. And instead, name-wise is a bit confusing, and scent-wise, it smells very, very similar to something that would be a $47.11, $10, $12, like $20 fragrance. It's not bad. I love those scents. Obviously, if you guys have seen my many $47.11 videos, I adore those scents. But $47.11 is a very inexpensive house, and like the most expensive fragrance I've had from them is like 30 something dollars, and it was a harder to find one, or it was like it was like 250 mil or something. For a $200+ fragrance from Christian Dior, this is missing the mark for me when you're taking that into account personally. If you want like a citrusy herbaceous scent, I wouldn't go for this. Again, I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to try it because I would have thought that maybe I'm on the hunt for what's going to be my first Christian Dior exclusive fragrance, like full bottle. And now at least I know it will not be Terrabella by Christian Dior, because while it is beautiful, it just smells like so many other citrusy herbaceous fragrances out there and does not merit, in my opinion, a $200+ price tag. All right, so now we're gonna get to the inexpensive ones, and these ones I have not tried. So I was shopping at Zara and I was pleasantly surprised to see obviously a bunch of fragrances, and I really try not to buy fragrances from Zara. I did get like the 4 travel collection one a while ago. Obviously I made a video about it, but I feel like you can get really caught up. They just have so many fragrances and I don't want to get so caught up where I'm like always keeping up with getting so many from them. So I was like, I'm not gonna get anything. I'm just gonna look like I know, and I stuck to it. But then I saw this set of 3 eau de toilettes, the Discovery set on like Boost My Feelings, and it was $3. Like it was down from $20 to $3, and $1 a fragrance, obviously plus tax. I wasn't gonna deny myself that. So I still have it in the set. Keep an eye out at your Zara's if yours has also gone down, if you were interested in it, or even if you were never interested in it. Like for $3, that is a good deal, and it might even be cheaper in the States. So we have the notes on the back. It's perfect. I'm hoping, I don't even know, there probably are roller balls, but yeah, they are, whatever. $3, I'm not about to complain, but we're gonna go through them together. And the first one is Wild Boost, and that has melon, raspberry, and vanilla. This one is the one I feel like I'm gonna like the most. It's the one that I'm the most like, okay, it's my vibe, because I don't know, like even though I don't usually like fruity vanilla fragrances, I just felt like the little photo of it, and I'm going through like a moment where I'm being more adventurous with fruity fragrances. If they don't smell like completely so youthful where it's like not the vibe, I'm just going through a little bit of like a fruity fragrance moment. I'm sure it'll pass, but I was intrigued. Yeah, see, I love it. This is very, see, I wouldn't love it if I'd spent like, you know, dozens and dozens of dollars, or like that it was an expensive fragrance. I'd have a different review. But for like an inexpensive scent, I'm going through a moment with like these fruit punch fragrances. This is a very synthetic melon raspberry scent. I hate when raspberry gets sour. Like I hate a raspberry sour raspberry note in fragrances where it's tart. One of my least favorites. In like Girl of Now Shine, I hate it. In Boys, I think, no, or in one of the scents by Killian that I have, I hate the raspberry note in that. And this isn't that. This is a very like Sweet by Lolita Lempicka. It's kind of reminding me of that vibe. It's just, that's like the cherry vibe of that, but this is more of like a melon raspberry. Yeah, I like it. It smells pretty strong for being like a roller ball. And I like how, I hate when the roller balls are dry. Like if you've ever used a roller ball and you're just like trying to get it out there, like this almost starts dripping. So that's a good sign. Okay, so that's Wild Boost. I like that one. It smells young and fruity, and for like the summertime, why not? It's definitely a vibe. So then the next one is Delighted Chaos. And Delighted Chaos intrigued me as well. I'm gonna leave the one I'm most nervous about for last. So this has a Champagne Accord, which I'm into, and Sandalwood, which I love. It also has Freesia. Freesia sometimes can be a bit off-putting for me just because of like, it gives me Bath and Body Works vibes from like back in the day. There was a Freesia body wash that I used a little too much. So we'll see, but yeah. This one smells a lot lighter. I feel like I need to go a little ham with this one. It does smell like that Bath & Body Works Freesia body wash. I hope you guys know what I mean, but if you've ever tried that, yeah, it smells so much like it. It's not bad, but I just have like I just made myself a little sick of that scent. It's been years since I've tried it, but I think I bought maybe like 2 Freesias of the body washes, and I was like, by the end, completely over it. It's got a little bit more of like a sparkling opening, but it is pretty like freesia and like sweet. I don't really get any sandalwood, but like sweet vanilla or something. It's all right. Between the two, I'm still a lot more into that Wild Boost. This one's nice, but I really, Wild Boost is still in first place for me. So that was Delighted Chaos. If you like freesia, what a nice, like, inexpensive way to get a roller ball. And the last one is the one that I'm most nervous about because it has mandarin and ylang ylang, great, and ambrox. And honestly, after that whole another 13, if I can't smell this either, like, I need to give up already. I know this, but I'm hoping, because it's not really like a molecule scent, it's just part of it, that at least I can smell the rest, but we'll see. Okay, I definitely can smell it. It is, again, not as, the strongest one was definitely the first one. This smells very tart and citrusy, with some light white florals that are not overpowering at all, and they don't really bring a lot of sweetness. It's a little bit like a citrusy, beachy scent. I can smell it, so I'm not really getting any ambrox, but I can't really smell that anyways. This reminds me of something. I can't recall off the top of my head, but this is a very familiar scent. I'm wondering if maybe it's a 4711 that it's reminding me of, but yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's a little bit light. As with all rollerballs, I feel like I can't really spray as much as I'd like, obviously, but I like it. I like a beachy citrus, so that's nice. Yeah, okay, so that was the entire kind of Discovery set. Again, such a great deal. I had to tell you guys about it. Okay, now to put them in order. Okay, last place, 100%, I would put the Another 13. At this point, I can't even smell it. It's like 1% of what it was before, and it was barely anything. That's easy. That's in last place. Ooh, this one's actually nice. In fourth place, I would put Delighted Chaos. It's just not really doing much for me other than a freesia body wash. So unless you really like freesia, it's not really my favorite, but if you're getting it in the set, I mean, who cares? You can just like gift one to a friend and keep the one you like. Then in third place, I would put the Vibrant Spirit, the beachy citrus. I just feel like I have so many of these scents. It smells so familiar right off the bat that I'm like, okay, would I reach for a spray version or would I reach for a rollerball? Personally, I would reach for the spray. Then it gets a little bit harder with the first two, but I would say Wild Boost actually comes in second place. Out of all three of them, I liked it the most. It's got like a really young, like sugary, fruity scent, and I can actually see myself like keeping that in my purse and just having it with me on the go. And in first place, I would actually put Terrabella. I do like the scent, and like I said, I'm sure, a number of 4711s that come close to it, so it's a scent that totally matches my vibe. It really just is the price point, which personally I couldn't, like, in good measure recommend when there are so many other options, and I don't think it lasts like so much to justify the price either. So that was my haul. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Definitely let me know about Another 13 and Ambrox in general. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.